Now, to the next article, we're gonna go ahead and do some Helldivers 2. So, Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2. What do we have here? Once it was an honor to be a Helldiver. Now I feel like a whore. The reason being, let's just get into it, right? Helldivers 2 is, I feel so bad for the development team. They put so much work into it. They put so much effort into it, and they're getting flack that they don't deserve. And I think they don't deserve it. Now, the blame goes to the heads of Shift Up. Or not Shift Up. I'll figure it out. I'll put it in the description. Arrowhead. There we go. Arrowhead. Now, the heads and Sony's development teams that, control all of the budgets for this, they're to blame for this. They're to blame for this 100%. People were pissed. Because if you don't have a PlayStation, I have a PlayStation, I have both, so I don't really give a damn. But I can see why people give a damn. If you don't have a PlayStation, you only have a computer, the game is available on Steam. Why the hell am I making a PlayStation account just to make a PlayStation account just to play one game? I'm not doing that. I would not do that. And guess what? The main argument for them not to do it, right? They said, okay, we'll back down. But I already knew they was going to come back with some bullshit. The only reason they had an argument to back down in their eyes was because some of the guys that owned the game in like Turkey, Istanbul, and Iraq, and the CPAC nations, right, wouldn't be able to play with us on the west side because PSN servers aren't available over there. Now, Helldivers came out with some recent news saying Helldivers 2 will require Steam players to link a PSN account regardless. Now, this is a one that's just fresh off the press, okay? This is by The Verge. Attention democracy defenders. Helldivers 2 will soon require players on Steam to link their accounts to PlayStation Network account. According to this announcement, all new players on Steam will be required to link a PSN account starting May 6th, while current players will have a little bit longer with mandatory enforcement delayed until June 4th. So right before the most patriotic day of the year, we're on the that's July, my bad, my ass is fucking gone right now. So basically they said you won the battle, but you have not won the war. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Helldiver players all across Steam were giving this game a negative rating. You know why? Because we were getting tired of being tried by big business, okay? We're not just sheep that you can collect money from like fucking wool. Listen, I need you guys to understand this. People are only pissed off about this because it is a breach of how we want to use our content that we purchased. It used to be when you purchase something like a DVD, a game, a movie, or whatever, people would give you what you paid for, and you would own that. You could be able to do whatever the hell you wanted with it. You just couldn't re-copy it and sell it, just like now, right? Well, things have changed a little bit because it starts with Stellar Blade. They just sneakily put stuff in there. Sony, okay. Even though they said they weren't going to do it. So sales went up. They were like, okay, yeah, this is getting sold off of no censorship. You buy it in, their censorship. After day one patches, right? Now, look at it like this. Now you got Helldivers. Oh yeah, we got one of the biggest ranking, developing teams right now. We got everything going for us. Everybody's praising us like gods because of what we have available. Not to mention, we tried to, censor a little bit of Stellar Blade because, blood and nudity is a little bit too much. But, the other popular game that we got, Helldivers 2, you can be soaked in blood and oil and disgustingness, and your teammate can get limbs blown off and organs, eaten. But guess what? That ain't the same, because those are male character models. And like, the female body is, sacred. Even though on Twitch and everywhere else in the world right now, we can just go see a b-hole for $5.99. But yeah, empowerment, right? Getting in a tangent, let's get back to it. So pretty much, Helldivers screwed up the pooch because they went ahead and allowed EA. I mean, they really had no choice. Well, they allowed PSN to come in, and not EA, my bad, I misspoke, but PSN. They allowed PSN to come in and was like, hey, so, we need our numbers up, buddy, and guess how we gonna do it? Handy dandy PC network. So we need you guys to implement this. It's no big deal. Nobody really noticed. We'll just get more players. Did not work out for them. Now, they're telling you, you know what? I don't give a damn, bro. We care about you a little bit, but we care about you not that much. You know why? Because we're giving you until the 4th of June. So get out your fund now. But just know, you got until the 4th to sign up. And that's it. That's bullcrap. Next thing you know, they'll be charging you so you can play on that server, because, server space is expensive. Shortly after the announcement, the game saw a flood of negative reviews, receiving over 14,000 negative reviews today alone on Steam. So it was overall very positive. I mean, we could check that real quick. Let's check Steam. Go to Helldivers. There we go. Mixed. Okay. 8 Sonys. I hate Sony and the PSN restricted based in the US country, simple as. With the gentle touch of an iron fist. Dark Souls with guns. But liberty's enemies march ever closer. Yeah, I can see that. Together, we must take back control of freedom. I'm from the Philippines, and that should be enough. See, anybody on the East, they can't access the game. A lot of people from the East Coast, they do not like this decision because they cannot access the game. 170 let's read this one right quick. I bought this game on Steam. This is by Pirate Software, right? That's an ironic name. But I bought this game on Steam with intentions of playing it on Steam. I do not now or will ever have a PlayStation account. Forcing players to link or be banned from the game months after launching is unacceptable. I would refund this if I had the opportunity to do so. Honestly, absurd behavior from Arrowhead. Update. Sony has now walked back the PSN requirement. They have also blocked the game from being purchased in any region that doesn't support PSN, which is up to 170 countries. And that's exactly what we're getting into in this video, right? So pretty much, though PSN accounts are free and quick to make, players do not have a reason to be upset. PSN isn't available everywhere, and this move could potentially lock players in certain countries out of their game permanently. Players have also expressed concern about the security of their data. Sony recently suffered a data breach, though the information stolen was connected to employees, not customers. Well, you heard their take. What's my take on it? See, my take on this is that, like I said, Steam has messed it up. Or not Steam, Sony has messed it up. The reason why they messed it up is because they have done what we have done all across the West. Alienate half of the people that use your product. Everybody knows this was very popular with every demographic, but especially the Asians. They love this game. This is up their alley, okay? And you just banned pretty much everybody from the East because you want your numbers to go up for a meeting, right? So that's the first part. Let's get into that, delisting problem that they were just talking about and ending that. So Helldivers 2 delisting reportedly ordered by Sony. So straight from the heads. So Steam support seemingly says that it was Sony's decision to delist Helldivers 2 in certain countries. Helldivers 2 was delisted in more than 150 countries when PSN requirements were still on the table. Now, a leaked message from Steam support suggests that this was done by Sony, not Steam. Sony has since reversed its decision to make PSN mandatory on PC. Helldivers 2 is being delisted, was ordered by Sony according to a leaked message from Steam support. This comes after Helldivers 2 was delisted in more than 150 countries over its proposed PSN requirements, and is still restricted in several regions after the decision was reversed. While Steam has not confirmed this publicly, Reddit user HellDuke says that it was mentioned in a message from Steam support. Here, Steam says that Helldivers 2 is being restricted in countries without PSN access, decided by the publisher, not by the storefront. This message is legitimate. It confirms what many in the community suspected, as Steam and developers at Arrowhead are caught in the middle of this controversy. So Steam is Helldivers 2 is delisting seemingly came from Sony, not Steam. So it looks like Steam has nothing to do with this, like I thought in the beginning. It looks like Sony had everything to do with this. It sounds like it because Sony's the bigger business in this picture, right? But let's get deep into this Helldivers bull, right? Hold on, give me 1 second. Needed to stretch for a second. Gotta remember to cut that out. My bad. I had to stand up for a second. My fucking feet was going numb. Alright, so let's get straight into this. Alright, so this drama is started. So the Reddit user HellDuke says that this screenshot came from their conversation with Steam support, and it was then quickly shared around Helldivers 2 community, as many take this as a proof of Sony forced Steam hand in the removal of the game from the storefront in certain countries. The gamer has reached out to Valve for clarification and will update this report with its response. Are you on Reddit? Okay. It was deleted. Okay. I guess this is it right here. So, enhance. There we go. So, I apologize for the delay in our response, and I understand your eagerness to resolve this issue. However, following Sony's recent announcement, PSN account linking is no longer required for Helldivers 2. Also, it looks like the game is not available in Steam right now for specific regions as decided by the publisher. This, look, as decided, I can't highlight it, but as decided by the publisher. This information is all we have right now, and we can't tell when the game might be made available in those countries. You may consider getting in touch with the game's publisher to ask more details about it or share your feedback on them. You can reach Helldivers 2 support by using the information from the official support selection here. As the refund for this game, checking on your purchase, it seemingly you already already made progress on it and have already accessed it for more than 58 hours. Likewise, your purchase date was in February 16, 2024, which is way past the refund window. Although requests are reviewed on a case-to-case basis, Steam takes no interest or no consideration multiple factors that would warrant an exception. Thus, refunds for this game would exceed the refund policy and is not guaranteed. Unfortunately, because your case exceeds the refund policy, we're unable to fulfill your request. Furthermore, we are unable to make an exception. Kindly review the refund policy and common refund questions for more information. I know that this might not be a resolution that you're looking for, but let us know if there's anything else we can assist you with. Otherwise, we will be closing this help request. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. That's so fucked. That is so fucked, dude. If you read that post the same way I read that post, that essentially just said that this dude not only lost access to the game under no control of his own, but he's out $40 plus whatever money he put into the skins and customizations and all of that shit. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for that follow. A hobo with the bags on kick. Thank you. But yeah, that is so fucked up. What you mean? How am I trying to get you right? So it's so fucked up just because Steam should give them the refund. It's just like just any other time that fucking shit went on. Probably not. I don't just give it out like that. I ain't even got it myself, buddy. But yeah, Steam, you know, I just don't understand, dude. They tried to not only shift the blame to someone else, right? They sat there and refused to give a refund for something that can't function. Like, even if you just was going to lose some money, dude, they're like, you know what? Sony's going to lose money. I'm not trying to lose money. So guess what? We're not giving them refunds. I don't give a damn what they think. It's not happening. That is not the way you go about business, bro. I mean, I'm not the one to tell them how to do business, but all I know is if our markets worked the way they were really supposed to work and things weren't getting bailed out by bullcrap, we would be in a better place. And the reason why I'm saying that is because then we wouldn't have greediness like this, okay? So 150 regions is going out with the game. No refunds, okay? That's not what it just said. So that's bullshit. The gamer has reached out to Valve for clarification and will update this report with his response. This drama started when it was revealed that a future update to Helldivers 2 would make it mandatory for PC players to have a PSN account. However, there are many countries without PSN access, leaving players wondering if the game would become inaccessible to them after this update. In a response, the game was delisted in more than 150 regions and refunds were given out regardless of playtime. But the receipts show differently though, bro. That's the thing that's messing me up. The receipts show different. If that, look, it just says that right here, right? I'll highlight that. It says the receipt or 100, the game was delisted in more than 150 regions and the refunds were given out regardless of playtime. Now let's read this Reddit real quick. Let's bring this thread back up. Enhance. I apologize for the delay in our response, but I understand your eagerness to resolve the issue. However, following Sony's recent announcement, PSN account linking is no longer available or required in Helldivers. Also, it looked like the game is not available in Steam right now for a specific region as decided by the publisher. Okay, it's decided by the publisher, right? Normally you give a refund. But what did they do instead? Indeed, they said, as for the game, or as for the refund for this game, checking on your purchase, it seems like you have already made the progress on it and have already accessed it for more than 58 hours. Likewise, your purchase date was in February 16th, 2024, which is way past the refund window. Although the requests are reviewed on a case-to-case basis, Steam support takes into consideration multiple factors that will warrant an exception. Thus, refunds for this game that exceed refund policies are not guaranteed. And unfortunately, because your case exceeded our refund policy, we're unable to fulfill your request. Furthermore, we are unable to make an exception. So where the fuck did they say they gave out refunds? Because I don't see that. I don't see no refund there. I don't see none of that. All I see, and look at this. We'll read it one more time. Mandatory for PC players to have PSN accounts. However, there are many countries without PSN access, leaving players wondering if the game would become inaccessible for them. This update, in response, the game was delisted in more than 150 regions, and refunds were given out regardless of playtime. That's obviously the opposite of what we just read, and that's some bull pucky. Following pushback from fans, including a whole lot of reviewing bombing, Sony reversed this decision. However, it was noted yesterday that Helldivers is now restricted in Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia, and unclear when Helldivers 2 will once again be available in all countries. That's a damn shame. People just wanted to spread liberty and have fun. But guess what? Somebody had to come over and pee and poop on it at the same time. Despite on the move being reversed for Helldivers 2, Sony is going ahead with PSN requirements and the upcoming Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. This will only be mandatory in the multiplayer mode, but the restriction is enough to get the game delisted in areas that don't have a PSN. Players in the regions are receiving automatic refunds because they haven't even played the game yet. Steam has no way to conflict that. It's just so asinine to me though. And the reason why it's asinine to me is because it's like, God, Jesus. These are two companies back to back. PSN and Nintendo. Back to back. It looks like we got a trend on today. Just big greedy companies doing greedy ass shit. Oh my God, dude. Just for a bolster a number, just to shit on the competition, bro. That is so stupid. So my take on this, my final take is, I was down to spread liberty, but I'm not spreading liberty until you give access to all my other brothers in those 150 countries. That is not right. They said they were giving out refunds. It's a total sham. It's a total lie. They weren't giving out anything. They sat there and they fucking rubbed their nipples and said sorry, like that was going to help anything. Like, it, people need to understand that we cannot keep accepting this mediocre garbage from these companies no more. I'm not blaming Arrowhead, but Arrowhead, you need to. I can't even tell you what you need to do, because in that situation they kind of got you by the nuts, and I understand that. Arrowhead, I wish you the best. Other than that, I want to hear your guys' comments on this. Let me see them comments. Go ahead and hit that section up for me. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that subscribe, and I'll see you later on the YouTube. Alright guys,